Hello. Thank you for clicking on my video. I really appreciate it. If you're gonna stay here for like only 15 seconds, my name's Jose. That's all you really need to know. Um, if you're gonna stay here for longer, uh, let me preface by saying that I haven't been in school for a cool like year and a half, and so this is my first semester at DVC, and let me introduce you to my single story. And so I guess what others could assume is my single story is basically what I tell them. I don't really get much assumptions. Well, I hope I don't. But I gotta go back to a few months ago where I met a buddy of mine in a grocery store. Right, he was just like he was like one of my old best friends. Like I used to tell him everything. It was super cool how I just saw him randomly, and I was able to catch up with him. And I remember, he asked me the basics. He's like, "Oh, how's you doing? How you doing? How's your family? Um, you have a job?" And then he asked me, how's UC Davis? I used to go there. And I answered him. I'm like, "Oh, well, I mean, I don't really go there no more. I had to leave." And so he pries a little more. He's like, "Oh, what happened? Why don't you go there no more?" And I really didn't tell him the real reason why I left. I just told him, "Oh, well, I mean, personal stuff, man. I was very sad there. And I basically had to like lie to him, to one of my closest like old best friends. I would still consider him a close friend. But I basically had to tell him that I don't go there for personal reasons, right? And it's because the real reason was it was something I was ashamed of, and it was also something that could have been brought up later in the conversation when he's like, "Oh, well, what do you do?" Because I told him that I don't have a job, I don't really do nothing at home, right? And so I kept kind of springing that part of my life, out of the conversation. I was like, "Well, I don't do nothing." And then he goes, after like a few minutes, we say our goodbyes, and then I go back to my car, and then I realized, I was like, what am I doing? It was all self-conscious stuff, too. It was like stuff I didn't want him to know. And I guess because it was something that I was really ashamed of. And so basically, what I could have told him was, "Hey, best bro of high school. Remember that very smart, very hardworking kid? He dropped out to gamble and try to make money on sports betting." And that's basically what was on the other hand of my single story. Because I guess if he was just to take everything I said, he would just be like, "Oh man, that sucks. He's just, he doesn't really do nothing. He's pretty lazy." But I mean, in reality, I was just, I was just busy, you know, sports betting, and it was something that during the time seemed like a lot of fun. It was really fun to do, but it really just got out of hand very quickly. It got really bad. It was horrible. Technical difficulties. All good. Um, but to continue, it got really bad where I got to a point where I had to tell my mom, where I was like, "Hey, yo, mom, I'm kind of doing this. It's really bad. I don't want to do this no more. I really need help. I need it really got to a point where I had no self control, where I was just, if I didn't gamble, I would just, I don't know, I would feel like I really did nothing, during that day, and it got really, I had a really toxic relationship with gambling. And it 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 also created a little shift where I would just spend all day in my room. I'd only come out to like get food or something, and I don't know. My mom started to notice that. She was like, "What are you doing? Why are you always screaming at your TV?" And that's where I also had to just, I just had to tell her. I was like, Mom, I'm doing this, and it's bad. I don't want to do this no more. But I mean, I'm much better now. We don't do that no more. We don't gamble no more. We don't gamble that much no more. Sometimes the Super Bowl happens. It's cool. It's cool to do it, I guess. No, it's not cool. I gotta get out of that mindset. It's not good. But it's not. We're not gambling every day, all day, where it's very degenerate behavior, I guess. My phone died. I'm sorry, but hey, we're done with my story. If you somehow made it all the way to the end, thank you. I really appreciate it. This is very hard to do. It took me a lot of takes. I don't know. There's a lot of cut footage where I'm just stuttering because I couldn't form a sentence on how to talk about gambling. Gambling is so confusing. I don't do it, please. I remember my brother. He's like 2 years younger than me. He was like, how do you start gambling and everything? I had to talk some sense into him. I was like, please don't do this. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. That's basically it.